Now, here's what we're going to do, okay, Martin? We don't have any really nice high tables, so we're just going to have to do this here in my hand. We're going to shuffle the cards up just a little bit. Now, Martin, we're going to try and we're going to play a game, okay? And you're going to be kind of the main person in that game, and you're just going to kind of follow my instructions as I kind of give them to you. Think you can handle that? Okay, perfect. In just a little bit, I'm going to have you cut the cards. Okay, a couple times. Let me show you this. Watch carefully. We'll move this so they can see it. Now, essentially, here's what's going to happen. In just a little bit, you're going to take the cards and you're going to cut them just like this. Okay? Now, what happens by you doing that is it shifts the order of the cards. For example, the top card is now new. It's now the 3 parts. Got it? And if you were to take it and cut, let's say, here, and go here, we've got a new top card, king of cards. Okay? That makes sense? And just kind of shuffle it, and we're just going to mix them up just like that a little bit. Okay? Hey, the clubs. What I want you to do, Martin, I'll take the mic from you. I want you to take the card and you cut it about half or roughly wherever you want to. Take that. Just put this here. Okay? Well done. Just for giggles, do it again. Okay? For fun, one more time. Just kind of shifting the order for us. Appreciate that, bro. Okay? Now your job. Here we go. This is fun. I'm going to tell you a story. Listen, when I first got started doing magic, I started doing stuff like close-up stuff. Right here. It's good. Close-up stuff. So what would happen is, and I still do this occasionally, being in Washington, I'll go hang out and do magic for people like hotels and stuff like that, just if I get kind of bored. Now, come close to you for a bit. The other day, there's a hotel in Pullman where I live. It's called Hotel 654. Okay? That's the address. Okay? And the other day, I was kind of hanging out and doing stuff, and all of a sudden, you're not going to believe this, 4 guys walk into the hotel dressed just like kings. Okay? Yeah, pretty crazy. Well, they start hanging out, and it's kind of cool, and they're like, Drew, man, you seem to be a really nice guy. Seem to be pretty neat. And so all of a sudden they said, hey, I tell you what, we would love it if you would help us out. Maybe you would find us a couple of ladies. We're a little bored. And I was like, well, let me see what I can do. Martin, if you would you please cut the cards for me? Excellent. We may not need the microphone. You can hold on to it, okay? So you cut the cards. So what I did at this point is I let them go on 1, 2, maybe 3 minutes. Come back, say, Kings, the best I could do was 2 redheads and 2 brunettes. And they're like, Drew, they're beautiful. Where'd you find them? I said, right here at Hotel 654. And they said, that's awesome. Here's a $2 tip for helping us out. And I was like, well, I appreciate that, fellas. That's very nice of you. So they started kind of hanging out, and they're getting a little bored. And all of a sudden, they were saying, hey, listen, Drew, we really do like to play cards. Is there any way you can help us out and get us a couple of fellas to help us out? I said, we'll see what I can do. If you would you take the cards and cut them for me there, Martin? Okay. Awesome. And then all of a sudden, here's what happened. We take the cards, and I just gone roughly maybe 1, 2, 3 minutes, come back, and said, listen, the best I could do was 4 guys named Jack. They're awesome, Drew. Where did you find them? I said, right here at the Hotel 654. I said, we appreciate it. Here's your $2 tip for helping us out. Okay? Now, here's what happened. The Kings began to kind of run into a little bit of trouble, and all of a sudden they said, listen, we're kind of down a little bit. Drew, if we give you a $40 check, will you go cash it and get us $2.20? I said, let me see what I can do. Martin, if you would, you take half the cards, set them right there. Well done. Okay? Now, at this point, I wasn't gone that much longer. I was gone maybe a minute. Come back and said, listen, they were all out of 20s, but they did have 4 10s. I said, excellent. Let me guess, Drew, you got them here at Hotel 654. I said, no, across the street at the bank. I said, Drew, you're such a joker. $3 tip for helping us out. They said, Drew, you seem to be a pretty young guy. I was like, well, I don't know. What do you mean? They said, well, Drew, we guess that you're probably about 28. I said, close. I'm 27. So he said, Drew, do you stay here at the hotel? I said, no, actually, I live at 78 Kamaikan Street, in apartment number 3. He said, Drew, well, occasionally do you ever play cards? I said, once in a while I'll play cards. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, if you play cards, you seem to be okay with them. The first king looked at me and said, would you do me a full house? I said, well, let me see what I can do. How about 2 3s and 3 9, and a third 9 right there. So the second king looks and says, well, if you're going to give him the full house, I'd appreciate if you could give me 4 aces. He said, well, there they are, 4 aces. And as he began to reach for the pot, I said, hold up, you didn't see my hand. And what I had was the straight flush. I said, that's how it always goes down at Hotel 654.